There's something that I've always lived by, and that is that, life is too short to work with people that you don't like. And I always reverse that into the positive of why would you work with anyone that you don't love? And for me, this has been a labor of love. I'm going to tell a little story about the very, very, very beginning, before there was such a thing in modern times anyway, of Kansas City Whiskey. I was at Tales of the Cocktail, which of course is the big international conference for bartenders and people in our business. And I got a text from my buddy Ryan, maybe, you all know Ryan, co-founder of this thing. And I get this text going, I need to talk to you right now. Okay, but right now? Yeah, all right, so come over here. Turns out that he and Pick had been sitting at the Carousel bar, and it was Pick's crazy idea to take the old BATF regulations, the TTB now, and they were going through looking for things. No idea what they were looking for, just whatever. And they come across this old archaic rule saying you could put a little over 2% of sherry into an American blended whiskey. What? I knew immediately when Ryan told me this, I had this idea of a sherry that I loved, that I thought, oh my God, this is perfect. You are right. But I didn't want to influence him. So we went and we toured some bodegas and we tasted a lot of sherry. And Ryan was already a big sherry guy. So it was a really important trip for all of us anyway. And I was just waiting till we got to the house of Williams and Humbert. They had a sherry that I knew was going to be perfect. And Ryan starts to taste through the lineup, and I'm just watching, tasting with him, talking, not saying a word. And all of a sudden Ryan goes, you think it could be this one? And I just burst out laughing. Yeah, it is that one. That's the one. That was the beginning of what is now known as Kansas City Whiskey, because later, when we did finally finish the blend and we did come up with something that was mind-blowing to us and we thought we had nailed it, somehow Ryan was able to convince the TTB that it was time to allow us to put it on the label Kansas City Whiskey, and that this category that may have existed 150 years ago now could come back. So we have Tennessee whiskey, we have bourbon, and now Kansas City Whiskey was back. And if you know anything about Jay Rieger, that is, we hang our hat on Kansas City Whiskey, and we're very proud of the fact we're from Kansas City. So that's a memory I will never forget, and I have many more, but that one, that's how it all began.